Did you know that since Romain Grosjean's promotion in 2009, 19 drivers were part of the Renault and now the Alpine Driver Academy, but none of them have driven for Renault or Alpine. And only 2 of them, Aitken and Charles Pic, have made an F1 start. Red Bull and Ferrari, on the other hand, were more successful in bringing their juniors to F1. However, it's a pity that majority of the Red Bull juniors are being crushed by the immense pressure to achieve, with no clear path to follow in F1. With so many drivers in these overpriced institutions, we take a look at what's going on right now and when will some of these drivers be able to compete in Formula 1. So stay tuned till the end to find out my prediction on which year some of these drivers will make it to F1. It's been more than a decade since one of their junior drove for Alpine, so why should someone join their driver academy? Currently talented drivers like Guan Yu Zhou, Christian Lundgaard and Oscar Piastri are Alpine members who are looking forward for a Formula 1 drive. But they are almost certain not to get a drive with Alpine, at least for 2 more years. Esteban Ocon signed a long-term contract with the team. As a result, one seat is blocked. These young drivers must now hope that Fernando Alonso decides to retire early from his second stint in Formula 1. Lundgaard, Piastri and Zhou are among Alpine's most talented young drivers. Piastri and Zhou presently occupy the first and the second places in the Formula 2 Championship. They have scored 3 race wins and 7 podiums each. It's appearing more likely that one of them will clinch the title. Currently, there is only one open seat in Formula 1 for 2022 and Guan Yu Zhou has been linked to it, while Oscar Piastri, on the other hand, may have to wait for another year. Christian Lundgaard, however, is having a miserable season, languishing in 11th place with no wins. However, he has scored 3 podiums. Lundgaard entered 2021 as one of the title favourites. After a promising start to the season with decent results in Bahrain, Lundgaard's form has dipped with a string of retirements. In 2020, Ferrari junior drivers were on fire. So far in 2021, the performance of Ferrari Driver Academy has not been as outstanding as it was last season, particularly in Formula 2. Robert Shwartzman, Marcus Armstrong and test driver Callum Ilott are among Ferrari's current crop of junior drivers. Despite the fact that Shwartzman is currently in 3rd place in the F2 Championship, the results are not as great as 2020. After winning the 2020 Formula 2 drivers title, Mick Schumacher has graduated to Formula 1 this season and making a good first impression despite the car's poor performance. However, it's highly unlikely that an FDA driver will make it to F1 in 2022. Ferrari claim that they never had something called a Ferrari seat at Alfa Romeo. Here is what Mattia Binotto has to say about it. With Callum Ilott being sidelined from racing to play the test driver role, and Robert Shwartzman hasn't been able to beat his rookie teammate, while Marcus Armstrong is having a horrible season. It's hard for Ferrari to replace Mick with any of them, unless Mick Schumacher or the other driver at Alfa Romeo have a terrible 2022. It will be fascinating to watch what Ferrari has in store for these 3 drivers for 2022 and beyond. So, Red Bull, arguably the greatest driver academy that produced many top drivers who have been successful in Formula 1. Take a peek at this list. In the last 16 years, Red Bull Racing and AlphaTauri have provided opportunities to a lot of drivers. Some of them didn't last long, while others went on to become legends. The team currently has been forced to hire a driver outside their own talent pool for the first time since 2007, with Sergio Perez replacing Alex Albon for the 2021 season. This is not due to the program's failure to provide adequate talent, but rather it's their own shortcoming in handling such talent. 3 Formula 2 drivers are currently part of the Red Bull Young Driver program: Carlin's Jihan Daruvala and high-tech teammates Liam Lawson and Yuri Vips. They are currently 6th, 7th and 8th in the Drivers' Championship. Red Bull isn't afraid to give a chance to its talent. However, I believe they should take more time to get them to Formula 1. Yuki Tsunoda, for example, is a great talent. However, he jumped into Formula 1 machinery too soon. Red Bull could arrange other forms of racing for his juniors so they can gain more racing experience while also learning how to improve as a racer. So which one is the most effective? So far, Red Bull have been running the most successful young driver program, with the initiative being led by some smart people and have enough talent waiting to prove their mettle. However, Ferrari have done exceptionally well in recent years. While Alpine has been out of the picture for a while, they are catching up and could soon have one of their young drivers drive for them. While the majority of the talent is centered around these three teams, Mercedes, Williams and Sauber also run young driver programs. So as promised, here are my predictions on when some of these drivers can make it to Formula 1.